too. Oh
That's right.
That's
yeah,
why
look,
I'm gonna be
look at
by
look at
myself.
my panel. Look at my panel, y'all. We live the Rebuttal Entertainment in full effect, coming back at you guys. You know what I mean? What's happening in America? You got my co-host light skin Lou and Melinda and Tony. They all been out partying. Look at them. Look at them, y'all.
Partying in my bed.
That's right.
They
That's
got
right.
the
That's
shades
right.
on, feeling good, the mellow. What's going on, y'all?
Not
Life.
much, man. We just waiting on these hard questions you got for us.
I
We
ain't got
just
no hard
waiting.
question.
We just
You
we we just
know.
we just waiting. He He be be trying trying to to get get me me going. going. That's right.
Exactly.
You know you the first out the block all the time. You got to get the party, rah rah, get it started up. People be like, man, I don't want to mess with Melinda. Melinda be bringing. I'm like, that's how she's supposed to do. She's supposed to
That's
bring it.
right.
You
Hey
know what I'm
man,
saying?
Melinda knows a lot of bull crap going on in America, just like
That's That's right. right. I'm just
everybody
passionate
do.
about my people.
That's
That's
right.
right.
She's just passionate about her Asian people. I mean, American people.
He plays. Oh, he's stirring the pot up early today, ain't he? I know,
Yes,
right?
Mm.
he
Goodness.
is.
I'm gonna have
Oh
to.
man.
I'm gonna have to take my glasses off. Get serious. Right.
Oh. Oh, look at my panel, y'all. They got the shades on, but hey, whatever makes them happy. But I'm gonna play something to get them started, get Lou and Melinda and them in the groove and Tony. They like this crap.
You know I got it. If you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it, baby. If you give it, you know I got it. If you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it, baby.
All right, welcome back to the Rebuttal Entertainment. Got my panel here. I got some questions for them. Let them know what's been going on in the good old U.S. of A. Melinda favorite place. Tony and Lou favorite place. So we're gonna get started early, guys, because I'm watching Lou. Well, I can't say we're gonna hurry up because the Lakers is out of it, right? So Lou can stay here all day.
Oh, leave Lou alone. I got your back, Lou.
Melinda, he a Laker fan and they out of it, so hey, it is what it is.
The
But
hate is real.
you and Tony looking kind of spiffy with them shades on.
That's right. That's Yeah, they right. do.
I'm glad this the rebuttal entertainment and not the seriousness.
Right, right. We entertain. That's what we do. That's what you pay us to do. You made
All
me
right, y'all.
entertain.
All right, y'all. Let's
I,
get this thing started. Let's you ready to
I,
get it started. We'll get it started with some unemployment news. All right. Ending unemployment benefits early will cost more than 12 billion. New report finds. So, Melinda, why the Republican doing it? They're gonna cost America 12 billion. The new report finds.
well, the reason why they're trying to take away unemployment is so that people can get back to work because Republicans are about the bottom line. They don't care about what's going on or what's necessary for them to get back to work because at this point, a mother trying to get back to work and if she don't have babysitting, she can't go to work. And then if she leave a baby in the car while she at work, she going to jail. So what
Mhm.
they want her to do?
So, is it worth though $12 billion?
For them to get back to work?
Yeah.
It is to the business people, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because they want you to get back to work for their bottom line, but they don't want to pay these people. So they feel like if they cut off unemployment, these people don't have no other choice but to go back to work for this little bit of money or this minimum wage. And I think people have gotten to the point where they are tired of how they're being treated by these lower wage jobs. Because what I found is the less they pay you, the more stuff they want you to put up with. Because once you get in salary, people be just slacking off. They don't care about their job. They talk to people crazy. But when you have a minimum wage job, they telling you got to be there on time, you got to have a degree. they be asking for a lot for a minimum wage job nowadays. And I'm like, wait a minute, what are you doing exactly? You putting a taco together, but they want you to have all kind of stuff. So now these people don't want to go back because they're like, I had to work 2 jobs in the first place just to live a decent life, and then I got this unemployment where I could breathe a little bit, and then I didn't have to pay childcare because childcare is expensive from what I understand. It could be $300-400 per child. So I don't know what they're talking about. Like, they're giving them $300, on top of whatever they're supposed to get. $300 is not a lot of money. And at some point, they have to pay somebody to get back to work. So are they fronting them some money to get this child care going before they get back to work? And then when they cut them off of child care, I mean, not child care, but they cut them off of unemployment, when they start to apply, it takes them a couple of months to even get a job. Well, a decent job, you have to go through the whole process of they got to look over your applications, and they got to call you, and then they got to consider it. They got to do a background check depending on what the job is. So it's not as simple as I'm gonna cut your unemployment off today, and you're gonna function and go back to work tomorrow. It's not that simple.
Gotcha. Tony, is it worth 12 billion? New reports say that going to cost America for ending some of the unemployment.
I say no, because a lot of these people, like Melinda said, um, they need the unemployment because, first of all, they haven't been able to find jobs to support their families. And a lot of times they're taking jobs just so they can make ends meet. And if you have a single parent taking care of children, trying to pay child care, it's impossible for them to pay child care, get back and forth to work, provide food for the table. They're going to end up, some of these people are going to end up homeless. And it's unfortunate once this unemployment goes away. Republicans are the worst people, I feel, because they don't understand what it's like to struggle. Most of them have come out of homes with silver spoon in their mouth, so to speak. And until it hits your backyard, you don't know what these people are going through.
Gotcha. Lou, what you think?
I gotta go with Melinda and Tony. What they said, man, it's not worth it. Because just think, man, child care. This child care alone, I'm dealing with that issue right now. Child care, $400-500. If you think about the jobs that's out there right now, these are jobs that's not enough to pay child care and put food on your table. It's not. So for me, it's not right. It's not fair. Because you think about what Tony said, the Republicans, they don't know what it's like to be in the red, to have to put on a chalkboard, and add your bills up and not be able to meet those bills. They've never done that. They've never had to do that. So for me, it's not worth it. But all that's happened is that 12 billion is going to benefit them in the long run. So these companies can get back going. That 12 billion is going to help them more than it's going to hurt the underprivileged before they can even get a job or just making their bills. It's basic stuff, man. So for me, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's worth it. I don't.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, 12 billion is still a lot of money just to drop, some of these red states dropping the unemployment just to try to get people to come back to work. So that means we lose the $12 billion for nothing. And people still might not go back to work. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's like damn if I do, damn if I don't. But man, that 12 billion is a lot of damn money. So you know what I mean. But people need it, and hopefully they get it together, man. But they're trying to get people back to get to work. So maybe they can add Steve Mnuchin with them, then they'll win the Senate because he is a Republican now anyway. Seems like to me. But that's not here or there. I asked that. I talk about that shit later. So the FDA grants accelerated approval to further Alzheimer drug in 20 years. So they might have a cure, well, not a cure, for Alzheimer. So is it a breakthrough, and do you trust it will help, Tony?
most of the time these drugs are experimental anyway, so I don't really trust anything fully 100%. If it's going to help to probably stop the process of it going along further, it'll be detrimental to the patient, then I'm for it. But I don't trust any of these drugs fully.
So what you think?
I don't trust it. I'm like Tony. I'm like this real brief. I don't trust it. I don't trust it at all.
That's
I'm
it. You
serious,
made
man.
it brief.
I just don't trust it, man. It's just certain topics, man. It's like for me, it's a shut door place. I just don't trust it. I don't.
Well, I know somebody got more information on it. Melinda, do you trust the new drug?
Again, it's unproven, just like any other drug that comes out, and it's going to have side effects like any other drug that comes out. The thing about Alzheimer's is that it's it deteriorates over a time and it gets worse. It never gets better. So if this can slow in any kind of way, they don't have anything to lose, because the end of the trajectory of Alzheimer's is death. They lose their memories. They don't know who they are, and then they need extended care after a while. And if that, I think, I would have to say that that's the worst possible thing that can happen to somebody is Alzheimer's, because here's the thing: you forget everything that you knew, and maybe just segments of your life. So it could be your childhood that's all you know. So everybody around you is missing. It's a scary place for somebody. It's like you're stuck in your mind. And I would hate to have that kind of situation happen to me where I don't remember the people that are important to me. And then it's also hurtful for the people that, have to take care of them. Because imagine that your own mother don't remember who you are, or might be even startled by you coming towards her, or she might think that you're somebody else. She might think that you're her mother. It's all kind of things that happen with Alzheimer's. And I am willing, if I had somebody with Alzheimer's, I would be willing to try that, because I know what the end result is. Complete loss of your mind. You lose your faculties. You lose basically everything that was important to you. It's like you have a photo album and it burnt up in a fire. It's devastating. And they know they lost something, but they don't know exactly what. So I would go along with the treatment. If it was me and I was suffering from Alzheimer's, I would ask for the treatment.
I agree. Um, it's like a catch-22 because I don't know the data on it, who they trial, how many trials they did and stuff like that. But I figure like this: if anything can help, people with Alzheimer's, anything, any kind of situation, help them remember anything. Hey, I try it too. You know what I mean? Cause it can't do no worse than what it's gonna do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. Hopefully, it'll help people that with Alzheimer's and stuff like that. If not, they tried. That's all we can say. So let's move on to the next question. A Wisconsin pharmacist who tried tampering with vials of Moderna, my vaccine. I took both shots, Tony, because he said it was not safe, was sentenced to 3 years. Was it fair or not, Lou? Was it fair?
Yeah, it's fair. You don't tamper. Who is you?
Yeah.
Who is you? You know what I'm saying? He should have got 3 to 5 if you ask me. But I ain't no judge, I ain't a jury. No, you can't. Look, man, you can't. When you're talking about a vaccine of this magnitude, you can't. Who are you? You can't do that. And you think you want to do that and not face any consequences? Yeah, I think it was fair. They should have gave him more. But that's just me. I don't want to seem like the bad guy. I gave him 3 to 5 if you ask me.
Nah, do what you gotta do, man. I understand.
Yeah.
Tony, what you think? Fair or not enough?
He, like Lou said, he should have gotten more. You
Not
don't
enough.
tamper with it. To me, it's like you're trying to play God. If you don't trust something, that's your choice. You choose not to take it or whatever, but let people decide what they're going to do. And yeah, he should have gotten more time. 3 years is nothing.
Melinda. Mm-mm-mm.
I'm with Lou and Tony. He playing God, like Tony said, and that's not his place. And I'm with Lou where he said he should get way more than that because you don't know what he's putting in it. He probably don't even know what he's putting in it. And then somebody gets that dosage and it interacts with some other medication they did, and then he murders people. So no, 3 years is not hardly enough. They need to, I'm sick of these people thinking that they can do whatever they want and decide what happens to everybody else. Do you, stay in your little corner. Don't participate with what you don't want to participate with, but don't make decisions for me and mine because that's the problem. So he
I
needs to
got
get more time,
I
and he
got
was
you. Yeah.
playing God.
Yeah, he deserved more. That's me. Yeah, he deserved more time and stuff like that because he took it out the refrigerator and wanna and tamper with it and shit like that, man. They should have gave his ass like 10 years. You know what I mean? So nobody else can be doing that, playing people's lives. You know what I mean? You don't do that kind of stuff, man. The Moderna vaccine or any vaccine, y'all not God. You have your own reason to do stuff. Just do it without fucking with that stuff. You know what I mean? Because a lot of Americans depending on it and stuff like that, and you want to screw around with it and tamper it, and what if you messed it up and they gave the dose of somebody like Melinda said, and next thing know people dying because you want to be ignorant. You know what I mean? And because you got your own point of views and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I would do the let's play what race it is, but I ain't gonna do that today. We're gonna do that another day. Who what I mean? What I mean? What y'all laughing at, man? I mean,
Because we
Because we
already know
already
who it
know.
was.
We
oh, okay.
already know.
I'm just saying,
We don't do shit like that. We don't do shit like that.
you know. All right, it is what it is. But this here might alarm some of y'all. This next question, Tony don't got the vaccine, but after she hear this, she might go hide in the house for the rest of her life. So, yellow fever mosquito was detected in California. Yellow fever is a potentially deadly disease that can lead to bleeding and organ failure. What's next? How many more coming? What the hell we gonna do, Melinda? I mean, we got all this stuff coming. Then what you gonna do with yellow fever? You going to California anytime soon, Melinda?
Nah, but my mom is visiting from California. She got to go back. So you know what? It's just so much stuff, and I'm thinking they making it in the lab because how all this stuff happening all at once. It's just everything is just coming out. I think they practicing on us to try to figure out, and they trying to get the population down. They done killed 500,000 of us already, and they're gonna keep trying stuff until they get it to the levels that they want us to be at in this world because they said we already overpopulated because too much stuff is what 2 years ago was the killer bees. It's just something every other week is something else, and then they're saying that there are going to be some other variants of the COVID. So basically whatever you believe in, whatever faith you are, pray, or if you don't believe in, just get ready to meet somebody because our time is coming. It's just too many things, and we're not smart enough because we talked about it last week. We're not smart enough to figure it out because we don't study. We don't, we not putting people in the STEM programs. The other countries are, but we sitting up here talking about some. We gonna riot. We talking about rioting, and we talking about QAnon, and we talking about foolishness, and then the important stuff is slipping by. We ain't talking about healthcare. We not talking about all the things that matter. So we not gonna make it unless I might have to move to another country that got themselves together because I used to love the United States, but they started doing some stuff. These Republicans done took over, and they saying foolishness, and now the Republicans is taking over the Democrats because we got Mnuchin, not doing his damn job. So it's time for us to leave. It's time for us to leave.
I got you, Tony. Yellow fever. What you gonna do about it? Mosquitoes flying around? You know what I mean? Could kill you. You can bleed, organ failure now. I mean, what's next? I mean, ain't nothing. Ain't nowhere safe no more.
This is a real life purge. And the bottom line is, like Melinda said, they're trying to get the population down to where they feel it's comfortable enough. And there's nothing we can do but pray. And if it's our time, it's our time, no matter if it's COVID, if it's yellow fever, whatever it is. I'm not going to live in fear. And, I could go outside right now and just drop dead. The bottom line is I have no control over what's going on. And whatever happens, happens.
You don't live in fear. Go outside without that mask.
I
Yeah.
do.
Well, yeah, no, you don't. Whatever. So, Lou, yellow fever. What you gonna do?
Man, Tony just said it's like a purge, man. And to be honest with you, that's one of the strongest reasons why I did take the vaccine, because I was just thinking, like, what's next? Believe me, this is not the last. This COVID-19 is not going to be the last. So I just found myself just wondering, like, maybe I needed to get it so I could protect myself down the line. And then I'll be damned, this week, you telling us today of this yellow fever, it's going to grow legs. And it's going to continue to stay. It's going to be contagious. It's going to spread. And, man, hopefully it don't. But just imagine if it does. I just feel like by me getting the vaccine, I will be protected to some way, And like Melinda say, just pray, man. Just, I don't know what your religion is. Just pray, and hopefully this is not another pandemic. But it's crazy, man. That's one of the reasons why I got the COVID, man, because next up. And it's sad to think like that when you're talking about a vaccine, a deadly vaccine, that something's coming up. Something's coming next. So,
well, Melinda, Tony, I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I don't think they're trying to kill us off and all that. I do believe in aliens, but I don't believe in no damn conspiracy theories.
I was just about to say that you believe in aliens, but not conspiracy. Okay.
Yeah. So, everything is coming. I mean, that thing, the moon gonna be purple and orange and all of this. Remember, I told y'all the sun about to burn out. Man, just get your passport and go enjoy your life. Put your feet in the sand, especially y'all with ugly ass feet. Bury them in the sand and stuff like that, man. Get a Bahama mama and just enjoy your life, man. Because I do agree with something Tony said. You can't live in fear, man. You know what I mean? Everything coming. Yellow fever. Organ failure, you can bleed to death. I mean, what the hell? Go enjoy your life, man. So much stuff coming. And so Melinda say they cooked this up in the chemical office, you know what I mean? So you never know. It could have been.
You never know, man. You never know. They still haven't found where it came from. Still after a year and a half.
So, it is what it is. But this next question, Melinda, Tony, Lou, we talked about this last week, and look who's doing something about it. Colorado has passed some gun measuring laws that will allow the local to regulate firearms, expand background checks required for firearms. Transfer, they're going to transfer it to the local authorities and stuff like that. Then they're going to have gun violence prevention and stuff like that. So wait a minute, let me she muted herself. I'm gonna let Lou start this. Lou, is that enough? It's a start?
It's a start, man. It's a start. And I think we all, when we talked about it, we all was like not emotional, but we all have a sensitive head towards that topic, because these guns are taking innocent people, man, taking people's lives. So it's not everything, but it's a start. And everybody else all other states need to fall in line, man, and just one by one, make it happen, man, so you can come home and be with your family and things of that nature, man. There's no way we should be dying from mass shootings, just from a gun, period, man. It's just not right. So I think it's a step in the right direction.
All right. Tony, is it a start? Is Colorado, stepping up to the plate? They're about to pass all these gun laws now and stuff like that?
Yes, I'm with it. It should have been implemented a long time ago, not just in Colorado, but across the entire country. Too many lives have been taken because of gun violence. Senseless shootings, all shootings to me are senseless anyway when it comes to mass murders and stuff. So yeah, I'm for it, and I hope everyone else does follow suit.
Melinda?
It should have been done across the board, but here's the problem. They're leaving it to the local people, the local politicians. So if you got a fool in office, they're gonna do what they want to do. And if they're in the pocket of the NRA and all that, they're not gonna do all the things that they're trying to put in place. They shouldn't have left it up to the local. It's a step in the right direction, but it needs to be a federal thing where the federal said this is what's going to happen, because that law or that rule can change every 4 years or however many years that politician takes, that governor, that mayor, that senator, whatever, for that state or city or whatever. When they implement this, it can change from one politician to the next. 1 year it could be Democrats running it, and then the next year it could be a Republican running it or independent. So it doesn't give consistency across the board. You put it in a place like Texas, there ain't gonna be any control. They're giving them a choice of whether they have these controls in place or not. And I don't think it should be a choice. It shouldn't be one person, which is that politician, being in control of if I'm going to be safe in my state. Because that politician can be a fool. We got a whole bunch of foolish politicians right now. So yes, it's the right decision, wrong jurisdiction.
Yeah, I think they started with the local. One of them understanding the federal probably take up the bill to probably pass. But you know what? I commend Colorado because most of the deadly shootings are Colorado. Remember, I just asked it maybe 2 weeks ago. What the hell is going on in Colorado? What these parents are doing? Why these people keep doing all these deadly, shooting and stuff like that? So I commend Colorado. It's a step. You know what I mean? Hey, anything better than nothing. You know what I mean? We want more, but we'll take what we can get because these people acting crazy. You know what I mean? You pass these gun laws, you know what I mean? Now do it on the federal level, you know what I mean? Regulate it more. Because next thing you know, you need to get these AKs and all that shit out the streets.
You gotta get that shit off the
So,
street.
you know what I mean? So, what you say, Lou?
I said, you gotta get that shit off the street, man. It's just that simple, man. Everybody should just fall. It shouldn't be a question of going back to court or putting it up. No, it should just happen automatically, man. Ain't enough people died already, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, I got you. So, hey, bravo to Colorado. You know what I mean? Come on, everybody else. Let's start going in line. You know what I mean? Let's try to make America the way it used to be. Not All right, next question. If you've been to jail, you know what this is. New York City to end solitary confinement. And it's jail because a man named, I think it's N. Manuel, survived 18 years of confinement. He said he just was 4 walls in a door. Where's the fucking justice? He 15 years old. He's in this since 15. Just one little, I think it's like 8x8. What a justice, Lou? Come on, man. What a justice?
Ain't no justice, man.
Solitary. Come on, man.
Just to think that guy's 15 years old. He's not even emotionally or mentally ready to deal with being closed in like that. And I'm not saying that whatever he did deserve the punishment. But I mean, these are kids, man, being put in grown man positions, man. 18 years behind closed doors, and they wonder why when they do get out, they come out and they never get better. But just think, when they come out, number one, they probably don't have a good education. They don't have any opportunities, and these are recipes for, excuse my French, a motherfucker getting out here and going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's not right, man.
Well, the law in New York is 90 days. So just think about it. And 18, oh God, I tell you. Tony, 18 years in a 8x8 cell, four walls, toilet, and the door. That's it. No sunlight, no nothing.
That's cruelty. Like I always say, animals are treated better than human beings. And the fact of the matter is, whatever the crime you did, 18 years is excessive just to be shut off from society completely. When he does get out, he's not going to know how to function in the real world. Oh, he's out. Okay, well, he's not going to know how to function in the real world. he's going to be characterized as crazy. I mean, that I don't have no more to say about that.
Melinda.
The sensory deprivation alone causes emotional damage and mental damage. But there was a movie called Murder in the First, and it was supposed to be a true story from what I understand, where that's why Alcatraz closed down, because they had him in solitary confinement for that long period of time. After a while, you start to hallucinate, and also those boys, the Central Park Five, one of them was in solitary for a long period of time, and he suffered some emotional damage as well. You cannot recover from that completely after being shut off from the world and sensory. Like, you need light to tell the time and different things. So when you lose that, okay, imagine us. We've been in kind of like a sort of solitary confinement from this virus, and half of us can't even tell one day from the next. It's like, is today Tuesday or whatever? We lost something in our confinement in our homes, and we have cable and we have music and we have everything else. So imagine everything else is shut off and you have nothing else. You start to hallucinate. You start to talk to people that are not there. You create a world. And then when you come out of that, it's hard to readjust. Even if you didn't go completely crazy, you have to readjust and have extreme therapy to be able to not think that way anymore. And it will be a scary thing to be around a lot of people after not being with anybody for that long period of time. So you have to even adjust to having interaction with even a couple of people will be stressful. So a lot of these things he's not going to be able to be cured from. And then on top of that, I don't know if he's going to get any monetary judgments, because he should. But even with the monetary judgment, nothing that they give him is going to make him normal again. He's not going to be able to function. Let's say, a regular person got put in jail. They was living a regular life with other people or whatever. They can get some money and recover and say, well, I'm going to go on vacation. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hang out with my family. It's not going to be the same thing because he didn't have the same experience. So this experience has damaged him emotionally, where they're not going to be able to be repaired. No amount of therapy is going to make him comfortable outside of that. You heard the statistic that a lot of people that have been in jail for a long period of time, they can't function on the outside and they ain't even going through this. And half of the time they do crimes, not because they want to do the crime, but they want to get back to that. So he might be in a position now from this day forward where he can't function outside of anything than a small closed in area. So he might have to, in his room, when he goes back to his family, he might have to be shut off in a room by himself at all times, or the majority of the time. Windows going to have to be down. It's a lot of damage that has been done that he might not recover from ever. So that's a problem, and it was excessive, and the state needs to shut any of that down. And 90 days is still a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
totally agree.
18 is excessive, and I think 90 is excessive.
Yeah, totally agreed. And he said he's gonna write a memoir and stuff like that of what happened. What happened was, I think he was young, foolish. He armed robbery, and gun went off. He ain't killed a lady, but they charged him with robbery and attempted murder and stuff like that. But the lady that he said it was an accident. He just wanted to rob. He accidentally shot. Is who helped get him out of jail. You know what I mean? White lady, he's black. You know what I mean? And she wrote the court stuff. You know what I mean? Because she found out he was in solitary confinement. You know what I mean? For all these years, she said, "No, that's cruel." Like Tony said. You know what I mean? And come on, man, it got to be better than this. But y'all know how stuff is now. Come on, 18 years and one little cell, not even bigger than the elevator. Wait a minute, Lou. Let me unmute you. 18 years. Go ahead, Lou.
That's one of the things that's going on in America, man, that a lot of people don't talk about. So I'm glad you brought that up. It's like raising the dragon, man. It's like you raising the dragon. This guy's going through complete torture, and then eventually, when it's his time to get out into society, and when he can't function and be a normal human being, they're going to lash out at some
Exactly.
way, somehow. So, man, it's something that I'm glad you brought up.
Exactly. 18 years in one cell, like Melinda said, he gonna have trauma. He gonna have nightmares. You know what I mean? Waking up. You know what I mean? In the cell. You know, it's gonna take time for him to get function and see the way of life again. You know what I mean? So who can do 18 years in solitary confinement, man?
He
I
may
mean,
kill himself,
it
to
just
be
crazy,
honest.
man. That's why there's a lot of stuff goes on in this world that we don't know about. You know what I mean? But next thing you know, as pe- time go by, people bring it to our attention and stuff like that. I mean, but stuff like that, the warden, the CO, everybody should get bullwhipped for doing that stupid ass shit. You know what I mean? Come on, you can't be no more cruel than a person of what you just did, man. I mean, come on, man. You got to be better than that, man. But that's how our people just don't care. Especially he's young, he's black, shot a white woman. You know what I mean? And it's just foolishness, man. So we're gonna give New York a little bit of you know that for doing what they did. You know what I mean? They no more solitary confinement in New York City. So that's good. You know what I mean? But
Kudos.
it is what it is, man. And only in America, y'all. Only in the United States of America. So this is what's happening in the United States of America. All right, next. What's next? Prosecutors request 30-year sentence for Derek Chauvin. We back at him again. Is that enough? Oh, let me see who I'm gonna let go. Let me see who I'm gonna let Tony go this first. Tony, is that enough?
What was the question again? I'm sorry.
The prosecutor for Derek Chauvin um say they want at least 30 years for him in jail. Is that enough?
He needs to serve life. That's all I gotta say.
Lou, that enough? 30 years?
Nah, that's 30 years. They could turn that into 18 or 19 years. You know how they chop that off, man.
Mhm.
Time served and all that stuff. The higher the sentence, the more time he will have to serve when they do, because they're gonna chop some down. Time served, good behavior, all that bullshit that they give these officers who kill black men. So for me, it's not enough. It's not. Just think about it, man. He took the guy's life, man.
Mhm. And
So
didn't
that's
even
my
care.
take. And
No
didn't
care at
even
all.
care. So no
You know what I
remorse
mean? Knee
in the
on his neck
courtroom.
and doing like
Right,
this.
right. Every time I think about that, man, it's not enough time that he could serve, man. So that's my take on it.
Exactly. Melinda, 30 years they requesting. Is that enough? Remember, if they get them all the charges, it's supposed to be 45. But they said they're going to ask for 30. Is that enough?
He need all 45, one. And two, I don't even think he's going to make 10 years. I don't think he's going to last. I think something going to happen to him in jail, or he's going to do something to himself in jail. Because
Mhm.
them kind of wicked, cruel people, and he is wicked and cruel, they can't take it when stuff happens to them. And that be that same police officer that eat their gun and do all kind of stuff when some kind of hardship happened to them. They don't last long. They can't take hardship. They like to give out hardship. They like to punish people, but they can't take punishment. You see how he looked when they said he was guilty? He was like, "What?" So he's not gonna make all that time. So we
Mhm.
we could say 18 or 45 or whatever. I don't think he's gonna make that time. I think something's gonna happen to him in jail, or he's gonna do something to himself in jail, because they like to do stuff to people, but they can't take it.
Mhm.
But he needs to do 45 or more.
Yeah, I totally agree because like Lou said, if they give him 30 years, he probably do like 22. You know what I mean? Something like that. But, come on, man. Only in America. Only in America, man. I mean, you could kill a guy, knee on his neck for 9 minutes and stuff like that. And the minimum of all the crimes they charged with, all the charges they charged him with is 45 years. So the prosecutor just only asked for 30. Why did he not ask for the whole 45? And let the judge drop it down to maybe 40. If you know what I mean?
Because he a cop, man.
not 30 and they drop it down to 20. I mean, come on, people. I mean, black people, we will never get justice. I'm telling you, we'll never get justice. Say, I was going to do coming from that to this will tick Melinda off, but I'm not. I'm gonna wait to the next question because she really
Give
go
her,
irate if I read
give
this
her
one
two
here.
questions. Give her
Yeah,
two questions to cool
yeah.
off.
So I'm gonna go in between that one. I had the one next, but oh God, did y'all hear her wrath? So Steve Mnuchin, you know who that is, Democrat from West Virginia. It's like he's holding up every bill because he wanna mediate, go with the Republicans. Come on, let's join it. Let everybody be solidarity with the Republicans. They ain't give a fuck about us. And this guy is just holding up so much shit now. They calling him the Mitch McConnell of the Democrats. Now, Lou, what you think about this?
Man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. This is the reason why America, this is why we are. We are so divided, man. And this one little example, this question that you brought up is an example of why and how. What's the holdup, man? Like you said last week, Lewis, when Trump was in office, I don't like him, but he got shit done. If it was for their party, he got it done, no matter what. And I think this guy needs to do the same thing, man. But like I said, this is the reason why we are so divided, man. We can't come together on nothing. Nothing. So, like I say, I'm going to Canada, man. I'm gonna get my passport. I'm going to Canada, man. I'm serious. I'm going to Canada. Get a big old van that's gonna have butter entertainment on the side, and we pushing up north.
Hey, your mother listening, so you better hush.
Hey, mom, I'll write you, baby.
Tony, Steve Mnuchin, he act like a Republican right now. I mean, we can't win or lose, especially if the bill they try to pass about African American. I can't think of what it was right now. And he said we don't need that bill. I mean, what's going on with this guy? Is he a Republican, Democrat? What the hell? What do he want to be?
He's a get with. He's going to get with whoever he feels going to make his job go further, so to speak. And the bottom line is people need to remember all this during election time. They need to get out there and vote. Remember how they treated certain issues and get these people out of office. They don't care about us. And I don't know how many times we have to keep getting slapped in the face to see you don't matter. So they need to get out there and vote like their lives depend on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, Virginia, they went out and vote yesterday. They put another Democrat, whatever they was. So at least they got one there. But Melinda, this guy say he's a Democrat. We know he don't care really. You know what I mean? He wanna, have bipartisan with the Republicans and shit like that, and they ain't give a damn the last 4 years about us.
That's because he agree with them.
Exactly.
He agree with everything that they're saying, but he don't want the title of Republican because he don't want. Here's the thing: some people are racist, but they don't want to be called racist.
Exactly.
And right now, the Republican Party is clearly racist. So he figured I stay a Democrat, but I'm gonna vote on everything that Republicans want, and I can still get my racist agenda going without being called a racist. And that's what it is. I'm gonna call it out. He's racist. And I'm calling all of them Democrats out. We worked our butts off to get them people in office so that we can get the majority so he can act the fool on here. And then we work our butts off to get these people in office so that they can pass all kind of agendas for everybody else. They passed agendas for, the gay, lesbian community, the LGBTQ community. They passed their agendas. They passed the Asian agendas. But what happened to the black people's agenda? That put them there. All the people didn't rally out and go and put them in office. Stacey Abrams rallied up some people. Not only her, but that's the one that comes to my mind foremost is Stacey Abrams. She went out there and she rallied black people and she got them to do what they needed to do, also that they can just say, well, we need to take care of everybody else and we're not going to worry about y'all right now. So I have a problem with that. And this Mnuchin, he could play them games if he wants to. He's a racist. And that's why he's not trying to pass. And that's why that whole filibuster started was to be a racist situation. and keep black people from getting what they needed to get.
That.
And they're trying to keep it in there so that when a situation such as us getting voter rights or any other rights come up, they can always say, nah, we're not going to do it because we don't have enough. Because they can have the majority of the vote, but if they don't have a certain amount of people, regardless of if the vote went more for than against, it still doesn't pass. So they want to have that little thing in their pocket so they can say, well, yeah, y'all said y'all wanted it, but we didn't have enough votes. You can have a 58 to 45 and still lose. Where they do that? So at the end of the day, he's racist. He's using this as a racist situation because he knows that the Republicans is not going to participate in anything. They go against the smallest thing just because it's a Democrat that put it forward. So what makes him think that hasn't he seen that they wasn't trying to do nothing to this point? So it's not about him trying to have both parties and everybody kumbaya and hold hands. He don't give a damn about that. What he wants and what he is getting is that he don't have to do anything. He don't have to say anything racist, but he can be right in there with him. And then they're sitting there watching. They're not saying he's a Democrat. They were like, look at our boy. He holding us down. That's what he's trying to do. And that's what he's succeeding at. And I'm sick of these Democrats that they not seeing that, and they keep trying to hold hands with these Republicans and mess with people like him. He can get censured. Why isn't he?
Hey.
And they can do him like they did Liz Cheney. Why aren't they?
They ain't got no balls.
No. So I don't want to hear about, what we gonna do, and I'm sick of it. And I might move to Germany because even Germany decided to give reparations to Africa for what they did. We the only ones that can't get nothing. Nothing. They are giving, I think it's Namibia. Germany is giving Namibia reparations for all the stuff that they did to them in the past. It's billions of dollars that they're paying that African country.
Exactly. So people, y'all better listen. It's a reason Mnuchin don't want to kill a filibuster. You know what I mean? Like Melinda said, you know what I mean? Then black have too much power. You know what I mean? Then they can pass some bills. You know what I mean? He's just one of the good old boys. You know what I mean? That just got a D as a Democrat in front of him, but he really are in the red states in certain situations. He's going to do what's good for him and what he thinks. You know what I mean? He don't care about nothing. You know what I mean? Remember last year he held up what's that, Obamacare or something like that because he wanted stuff changed. You know what I mean? This dude's a windbag. Is that a word, Melinda? Okay.
It passes
you know what I mean? I gotta make sure, man, because God, this dude, man, he just irks my damn nerves, man. I mean, I don't understand. Either you're a Republican and you're a Democrat. Democrat, most Democrat conservative supposed to be for black folks. Not bullshit. They undercover.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They undercover.
Man.
Y'all better go listen to them, go on CNN, ABC, and listen to these people, read up on them, because all of them are sneaky devils who just want money and, power. That's it. Exactly, Lou. So, it's just crazy. But let me ask you a question. Did you say Asian in one, that long monologue you just said? Did you say Asian?
I said they passed the Asian.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Asian Americans are patrolling the streets across the U.S. to keep their elders safe, Melinda. What do you take from this?
Okay, so they need to do them like they did the Panthers. Because here's the thing. They're going down the street and instigating stuff. And then when somebody say something to them, because if I'm walking around and then somebody talking about something, why you on this street? Because it's going to come to that, where they're going to be telling you what area and then when you say something back to them, then we in trouble. No. So I think the government, and I think we as black people need to start petitioning and put out a petition to sign so that they can leave us alone, or we need to start treating them as a hostile entity because they start talking about they patrolling. Patrolling what? Patrolling who? So you know who they patrolling because they in our community. So they're gonna take their own people and have them marching around our community where they selling their goods to our people, and that's supposed to be okay. How's that different from what the Black Panthers was doing, and then the whole government came down on it? So if we can't do it, they can't do it either. Sorry.
All
I'm
right.
not even getting upset about that. No, you can't. Don't come through our community doing nothing. If you feel unsafe in our community, then leave. How about that?
Tony, Asian Americans patrolling the streets, help protecting their elders. So, what you think of it?
I think it's a bunch of crap. It's a way to try to uh, incite violence, pretty much. They want someone to react so they can have some type of reaction towards what they're trying to, have start whatever they're trying to have to get started. And like Melinda, if you are so I can't even get my words together. If you are so afraid to be in our community, then you need to leave. And we as Black people need to stop supporting them. Let their businesses close up because most of us are the ones who are keeping them in business anyway.
Right.
So um, we need to band together as a people and get our own businesses together, sell our own hair products and things like that. Put these people out of business.
Well, we know Black don't support Blacks, but maybe one day they will. Go ahead, Lou.
Man, I don't have too much to say about that, man.
You sure? Your mama told you need to start, talk about it.
I don't have I don't have nothing to say.
You don't know why they marching? I got your back. Well, I got your back, Lou. You know what I mean? Y'all need to watch these people. You know what I mean? They out here patrolling, said it for the elder. But remember, they just passed that bill. So if you go past them and altercation, put something happen with them, your ass going to jail. Remember, they just passed the Asian crime bill. You know what I mean? So something going on with this. I understand, they feel unsafe and stuff like that, march crime in the U.S. But come on. What is y'all really going to do? If somebody really want to attack y'all and start, y'all don't have the police with y'all, nothing like that. You know what I mean? It's a setup, like Melinda said, and Tony. It's a setup. You know what I mean? I understand you patrolling, want to help your elders. What the hell are your elders doing out at night or anyway? You know what I mean? They should be there as in the house, right? Look at Melinda's face. See? They should be in the house. You know what I mean? But come on, y'all. Y'all be aware when you see these Asian people, you know what I mean? Be respectful. But you know what I mean? Remember, if you touch them, you're going to jail because of the new crime bill that passed. But they can beat our ass and it doesn't even matter. So it is what it is, and on to the next one. So the FBI, we talked about this last week, Melinda and Tony and Lou. We talked about this last week. The FBI officials recovered the millions of dollars from remember the ransomware attack in the pipeline? Mm-hmm. And we was like last week, don't America got smart people? Where the fuck the smart people at? Now we are smart people that can hack these people and find out who's doing this shit. But they caught them. They got the money back, Melinda. You know what I mean, Tony, Lou, they got the money back. So we do have some smart people, Tony. So what's next? Now, since we got some smart people, what should we do next?
They need to put a law in place and prosecute these people. You can't just keep. I mean, like I said last week, America are punks when it comes to certain things. And you need to start standing up to these other countries who continue to treat us like shit, so to speak, and let them see that you're not playing with them. So some type of repercussions need to be handed down to these people. You're not going to keep doing what you do with us and think that you're going to get away with it.
I got you. Lou, our smart people recovered the money back from, that they paid out from the ransomware attack. You know what I mean? So Where they been all these years? Why they can't stop them from hacking these?
Man, first of all, I
Stop!
just want
I
to say,
forgot. Mama Pearson is watching. I mean, Lou, why they can't do it?
man, first of all, it's about goddamn time.
Mama
You know,
Peterson is watching, so I gotta watch
I
my
know,
mouth.
I know. It's about time, man. It is. I mean, as bad as I felt last week about them not being able to catch him, I feel even better about them catching it. But like Tony said, we got to stop being a sucker about it, man. When we find out these guys do it, we got to go across their head, man. We got to stop putting time on them to make the next person who feel like they can come and do it, not want to do it because there's so much time, so much repercussions behind the crime that you committed, the inconvenience that you caused the whole country. We was in a chaos. You know, for me, that's like it should be 50 years put in for something of that crime, for that type of crime. Just think about it, man. We always ride around different gas stations, like waking up an hour early to try to get gas. Come on, man. We are a top-notch country, man.
We used to be.
Number one in the way. Well,
Used to
yeah.
be.
That's the image that we are the dominant country. This is not supposed to happen, man. So finally, we got some smart people to catch them. Because like you said, it's some smarts that had to go into this to trace these guys down. Because these guys are real sophisticated when it comes to cybersecurity. They're real sophisticated. So for me, kudos. Keep up the good work. Keep it going. Keep it going. And when you catch these guys, you squash them like a grape, man. Hit them across the head. So when the next time the next person try to do it, they don't even want to do it because they seen what happened to the last person. Set an example. Shit. It's about damn time.
I got you. So Melinda, we talked about this last week, and I think me and you was the most vocal people about this. You know, where our smart people at? China and Russia, they got smart people. They got hackers that catch people real quick. You know what I mean? So I guess the FBI, they got some smart people. They recovered the money. So what you think of them, Melinda? What's next? We do got smart people.
They didn't get all the money.
I know.
And part of the problem is that these people are not in our country, so we can't punish them or we can't really do anything to them. We can only hope that country's leader will do something, and they don't want to because they are enemies now. Even though
and they
people
giving
try
them some of the money.
Yes. So here's the thing. We can't bomb the shit out of them like we used to do back in the day because everybody's like, oh my God, they're killing innocent people and this, that, and the other. And I understand that. So, I don't want, mass killing because somebody stole some money. However, we can stop their trade waters. You go through straits, you go through travel ports, and if you shut those down, because we have some allies. I don't, the other president messed up some of them allies, but we have some allies that control certain waterways, like the Panama Canal. Those are shortcuts to different trade routes. If we get with the right people and make a partnership with these people, because we supposed to be in NATO and they supposed to be our allies, get with them because these people keep attacking us. And if they're our allies, they should have our back. And we say, we're going to cut off 3-4 ports so that they can't trade nothing. And that will mess their money up, their country's money. So then their country, because when you're in the military, I'm going to tell you how the military do it. The commander wants to punish somebody, but he can't because there's no consequences and the person's not going to really listen. But if you punish the whole command, the whole squad, the whole everything else, them people are going to punish that one person that keep acting out. So punish the whole country. Punish all of Russia, all of China. Let none of their boats come through none of them straits, none of them ports. They can't trade a grape anywhere. And when they start doing them like that, they're going to fall in line or they're going to do something because they have to make their money. And not only do they have to make their money, they trade with other countries for certain things, certain goods and services. So if they can't get sugar, I don't know what they get from trades. But if they can't get sugar or flour or whatever that they might get from some other country and they suffering from that, they're going to act a little different. or if they can't get oil because they're not an oil producing country, because the oil can't get through a port to get to them, they're gonna start acting different, and they're gonna make them people, them little small little hackers that's doing stuff, they're gonna make them stop because they're functioning in a way that's affecting everybody. You can't just try to punish the small person. The big person can't do that. But if you make the whole country suffer, the whole country gonna try to find out who's doing that and gonna put a stop to it. America know this stuff because we've been doing war,
Forever.
military science from the beginning.
Hmm.
So they know about this kind of stuff. I'm not just coming out, coming up with this stuff out, the top of my head. It's a proven method with the military.
Yep.
Start putting these things in place. Start making them punish their own, because we can't punish them. We can't put nobody in jail that's not in our country. We can't go in nobody else's country and extract nobody else to put it in our jail. So punish the whole country, and the country will punish them. And I bet you all that hacking and all the crazy stuff will stop.
I got you. I got you. It's we could do but so much. You know what I mean? Because sanctions, we do that, but that shit don't work that much.
It don't
North
work,
Korea
man.
tell you that they ain't even got no light no more. They starving, killing each other. They still don't care. You know what I mean? So sanctions ain't doing too much or nothing like that. You know what I mean? If it's find out it's a country that we do a lot of trading with, we need to stop it. You know what I mean? Like, let's say we need to start hurting them. You know what I mean? The food. Stop sending the food. Stop. You know what? Hit them where it hurts. That's the only way we're gonna stop it from happening. You know what I mean? And we need better people. Better people. In the ransomware attacks and stuff like that. What? Who we attacking? Do we need anything? Or maybe they not telling us. You know what I mean? This stuff is just crazy, man. I mean, like I said, we supposed to be United States of America. But before I go on to the last question, I gotta ask y'all a question. Is it terrible that we feel this way about our own country, Lou?
It is. It is because coming up, man. And I still am proud to be American, but over the years I've seen this drastic fall, man, when it comes to world power, man. And I don't know if it was due to people who was in the office, but it's bad that we all feel this way. We all are headed to Canada in some way, shape, or form, whether it's mentally or whether it's physically. I know mentally I want to be, physically I want to be there, because it's so much stuff that's happening, man, that just make me feel like it's not what America used to be, man. So that's my take, man.
Tony, what you think? Is it just crazy that we feel a way about America, the land of the home and the free and all this bull crap, and everybody trying to get here, and the people here just feel a certain way about it?
It is bad that we feel this way. Um, America used to be respected, and I don't think we lost that respect a while ago, and I believe it came down to whenever Trump got in office. I hate to keep referring to the last administration, and I say that because when I was on vacation when he got in office, they were asking different people where they were from. No one wanted to admit that they were from the United States. And when we finally said that we were from the United States, they kind of like laughed. We become the laughing stock of other countries. So it is very sad that we feel like we're in a country that we're not respected anymore. They're not here for us, the people, and we want to go somewhere else to feel like we could get a better life and be, have better. So yeah, it is sad.
Melinda?
The same thing happened to me that happened to Tony. I was on vacation in Jamaica, and they asked us where we were from, and they were like, we're from America, and they were like, what's going on with your president? I was like, I can't call it. But here's the thing. I was always proud to be American. I was proud of my country. We were a world power or whatever, and then we became a laughing stock. And let me be clear. There's no place that I would rather live other than here. Yes, I say, I should move to Germany because I lived in Germany and it was good, but I would rather be here than anywhere else. And let me also be clear about the Asian thing. I don't want anything to happen to anybody, but I don't want anything to happen to us either. And my first and foremost concern is for us first and foremost. So
Mhm.
my Asian issues is not with them or them protecting themselves, but the ramification that it has towards Black people and what's going to happen to us because of.
Mhm.
So I wanted to make that crystal clear. But as far as this country, if I had to go down, I'm going down with this one.
Yeah.
However, this country has never been that for us in the first place. We've never had the luxury of the freedom that other people, even other people that wasn't born and raised here, have. You know, people come over and have more freedom, more, you know, more access to resources. They have more options, and that's what ruins America for me. That we could have built this place. We didn't become lazy until we stopped being slaves. How about that? We wasn't lazy until we stopped working for free. That's when we became lazy. Everybody want to call us lazy. We
Mhm.
became lazy when we stopped working for free.
Got you. Well, history tells us that it wasn't for us. You know what I mean? That's all you gotta do. Read your history book. Go out there, look at the racist statues and all the rest of this stuff. So America wasn't for us, but I love my country, but it just fucked up right now. Y'all know I'm just gonna say how it is, man. But hopefully it can get better. If not, remember aliens are coming, so I'll be there. And I want to go back on the ransomware. Did y'all know that the meat supplier JBS paid 11 million in ransom response last week? Because they shut down the meat processing. Did y'all know that? But what these smart people at? Did they get that money back? Melinda, did they get the money back from that? That was money you were talking about?
Not they didn't get that back yet. And then the other people for the gas they only got partial.
Yeah. So they need to stop punishing these people.
But
What I mean?
they
It's just
are
crazy.
putting in some safe gaps. They're trying to make
Mhm.
these companies take care of their cyber security because
Okay.
they're feeling like a lot of these companies are paying even without telling anybody just so that they can get their stuff going. So
Hmm.
now they're trying to make into law or whatever to regulate when something happens you have to say because
Yeah, I've seen that.
we're getting violated and in so many ways and we have no
But
idea.
no Vaseline.
Yeah.
It's like we like easy
That
picking.
was my favorite CD. I done like broke two of them.
We
Death
like easy
Certificate,
picking.
Ice Cube, yes. Still
So
in rotation in my car.
before I read this last question, I'm public service announcement. A lot of people watching. Hit the like button, go subscribe, tell a friend of Rebuttal Entertainment. I mean, we got the number one segment on YouTube. It's Tuesday. How men think women, y'all gonna love it because we all think differently. All men don't think the same. So don't get all up in arms, ready to kill us, and keep sending me hate mail and all this stuff. Because y'all, look, I don't care. So, but anyway, hit the like button, subscribe. If you got a question, the rebuttal entertainment at Gmail. If you want to know why your man doing this, or why he's doing that, or why he used to do that, send it at that email or send it to me personally, and my panel will surely answer your question the best way they can. And remember, it's only their opinion and not everybody else's opinion and stuff like that. Because all men don't think alike, but I'm telling you now, it's 95.7% true. You know what I
Look
mean?
here, I'm not
And
trying to get no advice because I'm
and
gonna have to
on
crack somebody's forehead.
Wednesday, Melinda, we do this show here. You know what I mean? What's happening in America?
That's
And
right.
it's a
That's why I
great
stay off
show.
of that. I stay
It's
off
a
of that.
great show here with Melinda, Lou, and Tony. And
Yes.
on Fridays is like the best show
That's the
ever.
best show with them. Yes.
That's right, Friday. It's Freestyle Friday. You can come on, talk about whatever you want to talk about. And ain't nothing offline. If you got problems, me and Lou will try to solve them for you. And we take it to the street, fourth and Rhode Island, you know what I mean? With my man Big C. I mean, you will love Freestyle Friday. I mean, it's like a whole family gathering. We asking questions. We talk about football, basketball, baseball, sports, sex, soccer, all kinds of stuff. Transgenders. I mean, we got opinions on every single thing. You know what I mean? It's just entertainment. Most of it be, true or not. But truth is true, even though Melinda don't like it. But we just speak our piece. You know what I mean? Let me mute her. So we just speak our piece and stuff like that. And Thursday, I think about having a show. I'm gonna let some of you entrepreneurs come on and promote your business. You know what I mean? Let us know. Let the people know, what kind of business you have and stuff like that and what you're doing. And, you need some workers. You can promote your business on Thursday. But, also, if you have a problem, come in and talk to us. You know what I mean? We do a little problem solving. You know what I mean? And come in, Lou. We do a little we solve Melinda problems all the time. She calls us and stuff like that. And so come in on Thursday and talk to us about whatever you want to talk about. You know what I mean? You want to vent. Come in and vent about something, frustration. We'll try to talk to you to give you the advice. Give us our opinion and stuff like that. So we got a nice show. Everything moving forward. But let me unmute Melinda. So she can talk. But it's a great show. We try our best to entertain everybody and stuff like that. And I'm just letting you know. Hit the subscribe button and tell.
The Rebuttal Entertainment has something for everybody.
Exactly. Tell them, Melinda. Exactly.
Uncensored truth.
Uncensored. Yes. True.
Everything ain't for everybody, but there's something for everybody.
Exactly. And Larry Adams will say, "You dig it?" But the last question, I make the last question fun and stuff like that. So the last question is, well, it's not even a question. Jeff Bezos going to space. Yeah, I know Jeff Bezos is, Amazon, gazillionaire, whatever he is, you know what I mean? On the Blue Origin rocket ship. If you had your chance, Lou, I'm gonna start with Tony. Tony, if you had your chance, would you go to space?
Yes, I would.
And do what?
I want to see what's going on up there.
You're scared of COVID. How you gonna go to space?
COVID has nothing to do with going to space. I want to see what's like up there. I do. I want to go. I might see an alien.
I'm going. We don't bite our tongue about butter entertainment.
What?
You scared of roller coasters? How you gonna go to space?
I am not scared of roller coasters, and you know that. It's just that one roller coaster. Don't you start.
People, she ain't going to space. Lou, if you had your one chance to go to space, would you go to space? Wait a minute, I muted you. My fault. Go ahead.
I said, hell yeah, I'm going. I'm like Tony. I want to see what's going on up there. Shit, I might get to see that chick. What was that chick we were talking about last week, man? The alien chick. I might get to see.
Diana.
Yeah, I might need to check on Diana, see if she up there. You know what I'm saying?
She got that tongue. They lizard. Right. That tongue be like this. Be flicking like, oh God, boy.
I'm trying to get pro. I want to get pro in space. Hell yeah, I'm going. Shit, I'll go up there like this. Handcuff. Take me out.
Melinda, you got the chance to go to space, baby. I mean, what you doing? You going?
I'm just wild with y'all. Wow. No, I ain't going. I'm gonna keep my feet right on this ground. The only in the air I'm going is the airplane, and I'm traveling to somewhere on Earth. I'm going to the Bahamas or the. Nah, I'm gonna stay here. I keep telling y'all I ain't trying to get pro. I'm not trying to get pro. I'm good. I'm like, I just need to be right here. I can't even deal with what's going on right here. I'm gonna go somewhere else and try to deal with some other stuff. And then they're gonna be racist up there too. So I'm gonna just hold down because they about to leave us down here anyway. That's why they fix them.
That's not true. They're not gonna be racist. You know why? They all the same color.
Okay, so no, what I'm talking about is all these people that's trying to go out to space and they building stuff up there and they're gonna leave our asses right here.
But wait a minute, wasn't you the same person? I gotta look through the tape. Wasn't you the same person say that I know I did. If aliens come, you'll go with them?
No,
No,
no.
she said
Oh,
no.
she said
Remember,
no. Oh, okay.
no.
Tony
Remember,
said
I
yeah.
was
I
saying
said
that
I
I
felt.
owe the Nation of Islam apology because I
Oh
thought it
yeah.
was a
Okay.
game and a
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, I'm planning on Earth for life. I'm here for life. Well,
That's
shoot,
all right, Melinda.
according to
I'll bring
them,
you something back.
all right, bring
Well,
me a moon rock or something. But I'm gonna be right here. But
y'all know me. I
I think
told.
they practicing to leave us here anyway. Black folks gonna get left. They building their ships and stuff, and we sitting here talking about something. What
Well,
y'all
y'all
doing
know
over there?
me.
We just
If they
looking.
say Lewis, you want to go? I'm out of here, baby. I'm like flag jumping on that rocket.
They
I'm
done
out of
killed
here. I
this
want to see
earth.
what's going on because Kyrie Irving say the Earth is flat, so I want to see if it's really round or flat.
They
So
done they done had global
I'm damn
warming.
sure going on a rocket. And like Lou said, you never know. You might see Diana on V and her sexy ass. Lord
Wow.
have mercy, boy. Woo!
Wow.
You know, man, boy, I tell you, boy. I mean, at least we'll have some fun dying instead of being down here dying all this, nonsense, racist, Asians, and the way they treat blacks down here. At least you know when you go in space how they gonna treat you. I mean, long Diana come say, "Hey, Lewis," I'm like, "Hey, Diana, what's up, baby?" You know what I mean, Lou? I'm hyped already. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go, Lou. I'm
That's
ready to
right.
go. But it is
Melinda,
what
they
it
need
is.
someone to keep him out of trouble.
Look
You
here.
know.
Let me hold your car keys, cause you trying to be somewhere else. I'm gonna be right here. Let me get y'all, all y'all
That's
riches
right.
and stuff. Y'all ain't gonna need those. Let me hold your car keys and your bank account, your ATM card. While
Who?
y'all get ready to go to Diane or whatever her name is.
Diana, you so be boy, oh Lord have mercy.
When she
I tell
probing
you.
y'all, I'm be spending y'all money and driving y'all cars.
Right. When you said Diana that night, man, I went to sleep. I was having flashes, man.
I'm
You can't
telling you,
bring
boy,
her up
she's
no more,
sexy with the
man.
Holly Berry short haircut, man.
Man.
Woo! I don't know, Rihanna. You might. I don't know. Diana's kind of second behind you, Rihanna, but you got to work on it, babe. You got to work on it. I'm telling you, Diana right behind you. But anyway, y'all,
Mhm.
it's been fun. You know how it is. Butter Entertainment, nice,
Yeah.
another good show. You know what I
Now
mean?
this one was a fun question at the end.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
Yes, it
nah,
was.
you still
Yeah.
mad about the lizard?
Last week wasn't. Yeah,
Y'all still
Last
mad
week
about
was
the
not
lizard?
it
The
wasn't
3
light.
foot,
last week was not a good
the
ender.
3 foot iguana.
He tried to stand his ground because of the lizard.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
It was not a light
Who don't think
question.
that's funny? If you go to court, tell your honor, I shouldn't go to jail because I stood my ground. I killed the lizard. I
I
mean,
would think that he was high.
oh God.
Yes.
It is what it is, y'all. As always say, subscribe, tell a friend, cause we ain't doing nothing but moving up, and we ain't gonna look behind once y'all try to get on the bandwagon. Cause you know me, I don't play that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. We moving up and subscribe and hit the like button, share, subscribe. With Bud Entertainment, I thank my man, Light Skin Lou, Melinda, Tony coming on as always, but I can't help y'all today. I got to play my ending that
Oh
I love.
gosh.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And y'all don't like
Boo.
it, that's y'all problem. And I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later.
All right,
Love
bye.
y'all later.
Peace.
Bye.
Love you guys.
All right.
Love y'all.